What's up there gamers, it's Low Budget Gamer here and today we'll be trying God of War Ragnarok. And as you can see my specs are RTX 3050 laptop GPU with 4GB GDDR6 memory. As you can know God of War doesn't run in 4GB VRAM but we have a fix for that. My CPU is 11 Gen i5 11328 at 3.2 GHz of clock speed. It cannot be undervolted, it's locked behind something. And my memory is 32GB at 3200 mega transfers per second. So let's go, let's get it on, let's try God of War Ragnarok. So we are currently in game right now, and as you can see, the settings that I'm using are frame generation is off. I don't know why it's showing 720p, maybe because of DLSS quality. VRAM is 143%. It's a bug, maybe. It's not a bug. Basically, RTX 3050 is not supported. Laptop 4GB is not supported by, of course, God of War. And we're running on low preset. And also other settings are all like same way. So let's go and counter FPS now. I'm gonna disable once and I'm gonna re-enable them again. So yeah, you can see we are getting a stable 60 frames per second without frame generation, and it's low.
Brother, back there.
And to be
A dead
honest,
animal. A struggle?
We must find Atreus.
Then-
Between the savage beasts and marauding raiders, he may have sought shelter.
and to be
Follow
honest,
the
the
trail.
game is running
We'll find
quite good. It's running beautifully. So low setting is quite good. Like you can enjoy this game at low settings because the graphics don't look at all bad. This looks beautiful. Not just beautiful, it looks super good for a low setting.
I've no
Yeah, now let's see in like while fighting how much our frames drop. Hold R, okay. Drop. Okay. So we have this thing now. So while fighting, while fighting also we are getting decent frames. And it's not just decent frames, it's a very good frame for a game that shouldn't support our GPU. And it's currently using our full. Why am I doing that again and again? Because I keep on forgetting that right click doesn't mean I get to shoot my. I keep on pressing right click, thinking that it'll aim like this. So yeah, as you can see, the low settings are very good. The low setting is like we're getting around 74, 75 frames. Probably when you use frame generation, you'll get around double the frame. You'll probably get double the frames
All
of
right. Where's that?
the frames that we are getting right now. So yeah, it's quite a good experience, decent experience, not just good experience, it's a very, like, I was gonna say actually decent. It's not just decent experience, it's a very good experience to be honest. And we are back right now. I'll show you my settings again. I'm using FSR right now, clearance quality with low preset. So now let's see our FPS, counter FPS. We're getting 84 frames per second. That's like, I guess, 20, around 6 or 60. Yeah, it's 20, 25 frames more than the without FSR,
This way.
frame gen, without frame gen.
So, are we going to discuss
So if
the
you're willing to
boy becoming a
play
bear?
like this,
Are we?
Not
you can
now.
actually like play
We need to
with
repair the
FSR
protection stave and get
and
home.
like,
What happened to the protection stave?
sorry, not FSR, frame gen.
Blaming me?
I am not
And,
blaming
like-
you, Atreus.
Well,
As I can see, there are very less, like, very minor input delays or lag. Other than that, like, I don't feel any input lag. Like, I at least don't feel a major input lag in here. Let's see how much we get. How much we get while
Raider, left flank.
fighting. See, that's what matters the most. Yeah, since that's what matters the most. We're getting 70 plus frames
So,
here.
lad, besides your gift of language and hearing creatures' thoughts,
To be honest, this
are
will
there
be my
any
best
other
setting.
new magical abilities to report?
Not
Either
really.
you go with frame gen
Fenrir,
What about?
or you don't go with
when
frame
he
gen.
died, you cast a spell,
No, I didn't.
but I saw.
You can
light.
like
I don't know what you're talking about.
either go with frame gen or you don't have to go with frame gen. You can go with the non-frame gen low. The game still looks great. To be honest, the game still looks beautiful. The textures are still good. So yeah, you can enjoy it with frame gen or without frame gen in a very decent frames and your RTX 3054 GB.
Oh, I recognize where we are now. What's with all the blood?
Yours, Atreus.
Serious?
So we are back into the game again, and as you can see right now, I'm using no frame gen again. It's DLSS quality, and right now I'm using medium preset. And it's kind of weird, like the frames. The frames are still similar, 50, 55, even 60. It goes like nearly 60. You can see the frame time graph is totally going nuts. That's because why games always try to jump scare me all the time. It scares the shit out of me always. So, okay. While fighting, no. Our frames do get lower.
Many for a scouting party.
Yeah, while fighting, our frames do get low.
Aye.
I know what you're thinking, brother.
And there are like
Atreus can
stutters,
handle
like
himself.
minor stutters, as you can see in the frame time graph. You might notice like there are stutters in medium. Then you can see also the VRAM. We are using a 6 GB VRAM fix, so you can tell the game is thinking that we have 6 GB of VRAM. Of course, we don't have that, but that's something you need to do to run the game, or else like you cannot run this game at all.
Torches.
With controller, this will be fine. You will enjoy it in this frame. But if you want to enjoy the game at 60 frames, low is the setting to go.
No. They have not been here long.
But if you want, to be honest, the graphics, the fidelity, and the performance with it, and you're willing to sacrifice the 60 frames per second, then yeah, go with medium. Of course, when fighting, it will drop to 30. But you can do one thing is that why he doesn't? You can do one thing
On your right!
is you can lock your. I'm too busy fighting, yeah, and I forgot what to say. So yeah, if you are willing to do one thing, you can just lock the frames to 30 and play it at medium, and it will be fine. Like this game is a story game, as you can know. It's a slow-paced game. Although to beat the Valkyrie, you of course need better frames. But
Trail goes through here.
if you're willing to play with these frames,
More.
so yeah, certainly you can go ahead and play it with this at 30 frames, locking it at 30 frames, and you'll enjoy it. You'll won't mind playing this game at 30 frames. So we are right now back in the game again, and it's already unplayable since you can guess what settings I'm using right now. Frame generation is off. I wouldn't suggest frame generation in 20 FPS anyway. DLSS quality preset is at high. You can see 180% of the VRAM is being used, and like I wouldn't suggest you guys to play in this setting
What's with all the blood?
Yours,
because
Atreus.
Seriously?
it will totally not be fun for you guys. And in the later stages of the game, of course, it will be like you'll have much more issues playing this game. Even now, I feel like it's a mess. It's kind of hurting my eyes. And the game kind of looks, to be honest, same. Even now I feel like the game looks kind of same. The settings don't make too much difference while you're playing the game. It might make the difference when you're like concentrating on the certain things, but yeah, without that, it certainly doesn't. Aww,
I didn't mean to.
that feels so sad.
Doesn't matter. Only consequences.
It feels so sad.
What can we do?
Nothing. Nature will take its course.
Will those bears come and hunt us and fight us? Ah, that feels so sad. I am a very emotionally driven guy, and like certain things, especially related to animals,
Come in.
Isn't
makes me very sad.
We are almost home.
In probably the short levels, you'll get much better frames with even high, but like doesn't matter, to be honest. Like you can see it's very hard to play anyway. And frame generation is, to be honest, shouldn't be used. I see so many other people like suggesting frame generation. And let me be honest with you guys, never use frame generation below 30 frames for laptop. For PC, I would even suggest you to go frame generation in below 60 FPS, 60 frames too. For laptop, we don't have any like choice for a GPU, of course. So like we need to use frame generation some like at times. But for in 20 frames per second to make it 40, it's not worth it. It's totally not worth it.
Wow.
Like believe me, 20 to 40,
Like this all night.
it still feels same.
Must have been inside the
There are
studio
input
like this.
delays. It feels weird. The game doesn't feel good. So don't listen to those suggestions where people are asking you to use frame generation in 20 frames per second. And just to be honest, just lower your settings. Probably get around 40 or 30 even. Even 30 is not decent, but for laptop, what can we say? Just like, to be honest, just go for a lower setting and then try to scale it up. Try to use different settings, like mixing up the settings, and then try to use the like frame generation after 30 frames per second. For PCs, I would suggest 60 frames because that's when you get the best benefits. Even 40 is fine, 50 is more than fine, and 60 is the very optimal like way, the one where you want to use frame generation. Other than that, never go for frame generation at 19 frames per second. That's my suggestion, but that's up to you, how you want to enjoy the game and how you want to play it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you liked the video. I hope everything is clear to you guys. And also, if it was entertaining for you or you had some understanding what settings you want to use, do subscribe and do put a thumbs up, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified to see my videos and like understand what frames you need to use, what settings you need, sorry, not what frames of course, what settings you need to use, what the best optimal setting you can get in your laptop or in your PC. That's it for today. Thank you guys. Have a great day.